Hey y'all, welcome back to Lerner Creek Farm.
Alright guys, I forgot to film an intro to the part 2 of this video. It is evening now and it is the end of the second day. I've done recorded the footage obviously. If you want to see how we got these beautiful jars and how many we got, which was quite a bit, y'all finish or continue to watch and see how we got it. But I hope you enjoy it, and hopefully you make it to the end.
Yeah, because it's really fun.
Alright guys, it's the next morning. I haven't checked on these since I got up this morning. I got up throughout the night and checked on them though. But let's see how much liquid we got. I don't know. Like I said, I haven't checked on it, so I don't know exactly how much we got. I want to make sure that I've got enough to pack the apples in. So today the goal is to can the apples and to can apple jelly. And so I'll bring you all over here and we'll look and see what we got going on in this pot. Alright. Let's see. Oh, yeah. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, we got plenty of liquid. Can y'all see it? Yeah, that looks good. Okay. Well, we'll get our jars ready, our canner ready. I'm going to heat these up. I think that's what I'm supposed to do. I think I'm supposed to heat them up for a little bit. I'll have to check the recipe. I'm pretty sure I'm supposed to heat them up and get them warm. And then we'll get our jars and lids and rings and everything ready and our canner ready. And we'll work on starting to can these. Alright guys, so I checked over the recipe. And it says to cook them until tender. And so we're going to go ahead and get our heat on. This is a pretty good size amount. They're about up here now after the sugar is dissolved. Let's turn my stove on. We unplug it at night. Okay. I'm trying to cut a low medium here. And we'll let him cook down. And while that's happening, I'm going to go ahead and get our pressure canner ready. I'm probably, it's recommended to do these in a water bath canner, but I do not have a water bath canner. I think I said that yesterday. And so, I don't have a water bath canner, so I'm going to go ahead and can these in a pressure. I've done canning videos before, so I'm not going to bore you with all of the long, drawn out, talking about exactly what I'm doing and how I'm doing it. I'll probably just put you on a time lapse or whatever, and you can just see me getting the stuff ready. But we are going to go ahead and get everything situated and let these cook up, and then we'll get them canned up. Alright guys, we've got, these are heating up here. They just now started a boil. They're not at a rolling boil though. I'm stirring them every once in a while, that way they don't burn on the bottom of the pan, but I don't want to break these up too much. I've got my pot heating up, my pressure canner heating up. I've got my jars cleaned up over here. They're cleaned up over here. Got my rings cleaned. I need to go ahead and get my lids in some boiling water. Okay guys, the apples are ready to go. They are good and soft. I turn the heat down on them. Actually, I'm going to turn the heat off for now. And start filling jars. I need to put my lids in here though. I've got. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Alright guys, this is my last jar here. I went ahead and put some hot water in it because it was sitting over here on the drying rack. I need it to heat up a little bit. I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 pints. This would be 8. I had the half pints, but I'm running low on lids. I'm going to send Andy out to the store to get me some more lids. And so I'm just going to go ahead and do a whole pint. And then I'll do my half pints in the next batch. I've still got quite a bit left. I'm thinking too, there's quite a bit of juice left. So if it comes down to it and I've got some juice, I'll probably can some juice as well. So, well, some liquid out of this, the sugar and apple liquid out of this. So anyways, I'm letting this heat up. It's good and hot. So we'll go ahead and get this last pint in. Oh, that's hot. Shoo-wee, guys. Whew. I need some jar lifters. I need a jar lifter. I do not have a jar lifter. I need one. And them jars get hot. I like to do the half pints in the smaller jars to give away or for traveling if we're going somewhere or something like that. I need to siphon some of this out here. They're a lot easier to just take with you or to give to people. Wipe our rim and get our lid on. Alright guys, we're going to get them pressure canned. Alright guys. So when we pressure can these, we're doing 10 pounds of pressure for 8 minutes. Put my lid on backwards. We're going to let our steam build up. I already got the pan pretty hot, so we're going to let our steam build up, and then we'll put our 10 pounds of pressure on. Alright guys, my pressure canner's going. I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, I've got 8 half pints of apple preserves here. And I'm going to go ahead and wipe the rims of these and go ahead and get the lids on these. My pressure canner, where it's old, it's made of like, I guess, really high quality metal. I don't know. It holds heat for a long time, and so it takes a long time for the jars to come down from pressure. And so I usually will do the first batch and then just leave the second batch kind of sitting out on the counter ready to be canned, to be put in the pressure canner once the first batch is done. I'm really pleased with how these have turned out. I've tasted them. They're really delicious. The recipe I use, and I will link her channel below, is the Celebrating Appalachia. She read a recipe off on her channel, and that's the one that she's used. It's a really old-fashioned recipe, like I said in part 1, yesterday's video. It's a really old-fashioned recipe, and I really like it. I like the taste of it. And it's turned out really good, and I think that this is a pretty good turnout for a half a bushel of apples for preserves. And as well, like I said, we're going to be doing jelly as well. And so we're going to go ahead and get the lids on these jars. And as you can tell, the canner has come to pressure. I'm letting it, according to my canner, I've got to let it the steam come out for 10 minutes before I let the steam come out for 10 minutes before I y'all, I've burnt the dickens out of myself multiple times today. I'm gonna have to get me some canning tools. I've been burning myself for years doing this. And I had just enough lids. I ran out of lids. Sent my husband to the store, and he said, honey, they ain't got no lids at the store up here. And so we're going to have to go to another store to try to find it. That's just part of living in a small town. But we are going to go ahead, like I said, and put the lids and the rings on this. When this canner's done, we will put these in. Alright guys, we put our jiggler on. It came to pressure for 10 minutes. I'm going to leave this water here. This is for our lids and rings. I've cleaned some of the utensils. I'm going to continue to clean the utensils. We're going to work on apple jelly when we get back. And so I want to come back to a clean kitchen. That way we can efficiently make apple jelly. Some stuff, you know, I'm going to leave out, but I'm definitely going to clean up some of the sticky things. Alright guys, we've made it back from the farm. I'm going to try to take this lid off of this. Actually, let's take this off. And now we're going to take this off. Y'all don't make fun of my handles. This is an old canner and the plastic has come off, so we use the screws. See if we can get this off. Sometimes it comes off real easy, sometimes it don't. There we go. We're going to go ahead and pull these out. I'm going to set them here on this. Once we get these pulled out, these have been packed hot, but they've been sitting while we've been gone, while this canner has been working, and so they are cold. And so we're going to put them in the canner cold, and the canner is going to have cool water in it. Looks like some of it's leaked out. We've got some in floating. Everybody's sealed though. when I pull my jars out, I always twist it. This is our culprit right here. This is the one that leaked. So, it looked like it's sealed, but we'll eat this guy first.
So given that acrimony, Scott, is that the reason for this 72 hours?
He leaked on that one.
Here, the House not meeting again until Monday, as you said, that's been without a leader for more than 2 weeks. Some might say, well, why not push through? Why don't these members
Don't they look so pretty?
the weekend to try to come to some sort of resolution?
I'll wipe the jars up. But first we're gonna, I guess I'm gonna need to replace this water because there's a lot of things in it where that jar didn't, the contents come out. Sometimes that happens, sometimes it don't. So most of the time it don't, but anyways, it happened. So we're gonna go ahead and pour this out and then refill it back up. I need to check the time that I need to do these half pints. Y'all don't mind Andy's news in the background. He's got it playing on his phone. I don't listen to I don't watch the news, besides maybe the weather every once in a while. And so I know some people can't stand the news like I can't. But anyways, it's in the background. That's what he's listening to. And so we're going to go ahead and get the fire turned on underneath this. We're going to treat these as they've been cold packed. We're going to let the fire build up underneath this. And while this canner is going, we're going to move on to getting our apple jelly together. Alright guys, I just got this out of the refrigerator. This is our juice. I had it in the refrigerator, so we're going to have to heat this up pretty significantly. And then we'll move on to putting our pectin in. And our sugar and stuff to make our jelly. This is going to take a while, like I said, because it has been in the refrigerator. This is very cold. And so this will be a while. I went ahead and got my lid on here. It's going to take a while for this to heat up as well, since we pretty much cold packed, and we're starting the canner from just warm water, not hot water. And so this will be a while, and I'm going to go ahead and get some warm water and wipe these jars down where that one can exploded. It tastes really good though. Tastes good. But we're going to go ahead and get these wiped down.
It looks good too.
Mm-hmm. Okay guys, I've got another pan here. This is our pan from last night. And I've never made apple jelly before, and so I need to check, or I was reading the what's in the pectin package, and it says, let's see, remove and discard stems. That's how we get the juice. It says cut apples into small pieces or whatever. Bring to a boil, cover and simmer on low heat for crush into the fruit. Okay, so we need to get this good and hot. And it says 7 cups prepared juice to 9 cups of sugar. And I honestly don't know how many cups this is. I'm hoping I got enough pectin. If not, we're just kind of stuck because none of my stores have got pectin. We've looked in all the stores around here, or all the stores, a lot of the stores, maybe not all of them, but most of the stores around here that would possibly have it, and they do not. And so that's 2 cups there. What's left though, we can just can up for juice. So 2, 4, 6. I'm definitely gonna have, ow, I just burnt myself, daggone it. I'm definitely gonna have more than what I need. So I had 13 cups of juice all together. Alright, so we need to pour this back in here. This is the 7 cups. I need to turn my heat back on, and we're going to turn this to jelly. We're making a mess, guys. Alright, the jelly's warm. We're going to heat it up just a little bit more. And then we'll put our Sure-Jell and our sugar in. According to the thing, the directions on here, it says 7 cups of prepared juice, 9 cups of sugar. Makes about 10 cups of jam. I've not made this, so I'm going to try to follow the directions exactly how it says to do it. But we're going to put our Sure-Jell in. Bring back to a boil, or bring to a boil, and then we'll add our sugar in. It says boil exactly 1 minute after you've added the sugar, and then we'll ladle into our jars. I've done got the jars sitting in some hot water. And we'll go ahead and get our saucepan back here of water good and hot for our lids. So I've measured my sugar out, and this is good and hot. So I'm gonna put, let's see, stir 1 packet of Sure-Jell into juice and saucepan, and it said you can add butter for foaming if you want to. I'm not going to do that. Bring mixture to a rolling boil, and it said make sure that it does not stop bubbling. Add sugar to fruit mixture in saucepan. Reduce or return to a full rolling boil. Boil exactly 1 minute, stirring constantly. Remove from heat. Okay. So we're going to put our pectin in. It doesn't say to add the sugar at a little bit at a time, so I'm going to assume that you just pour it all in. Well, I'm going to keep on mixing this in here, and I'll come back to you when we're ready for the sugar. Alright, we got a good steady stream here. It's been going for a while, so we're going to go ahead and put our jiggler on. We'll pull those out when they're ready. Alright, guys. We're getting close. Not quite to a rolling boil, but very close to a rolling boil. Alright guys, we'll get a rolling boil. According to the directions, we need to get this back up to a rolling boil, and let it do that for 1 minute. My heat is turned up on high. This is such a deep, rich color. You gonna tell? It looks brown with the lighting that's going on, but it is. Let's see. It is a really pretty, like, maroonish, reddish color. We're going to keep stirring this. Once it comes back up to a boil, we'll let it sit. Or, once it comes back up to a boil, we'll let it boil for 1 minute and I need to get the rest of the sugar out of it now. It's stuck. Get it back up to a boil and then we'll can it. Alright guys, we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 half pints and 2 pints of our jelly. There we go. Ain't it so pretty? Alright guys, we got our jelly done, and so we're going to move on to our juice here. There's our jelly. Let's move on to our juice. Alright guys, y'all don't mind the canning mess here, but it looks like we got 4 half pints and a pint of juice. Alright guys, I'm going to clean up the mess here. Our canner is still full. It's got stuff in it. It's coming down from heat. We've got some pans that we need to wash up. Here's my sink. These are done, but these need washed. We've got the jam that it's covered up right here. This is the juice here. So we're working towards being completed, but we're still got some canning to do. So we're going to go ahead and get the kitchen cleaned up best we can, and then we'll come back on when we're ready to get the second batch of apples out of the canner. Alright guys, we're going to talk about these jars here. If you know this, we've had some siphoning in the jars. And that one doesn't have any siphoning. This one's got a little bit of siphoning. It's not anything that I'm worried about. As you can see up here at the top, there's a little bit of siphoning. One of these jars busted. There's 2 jars that's got the most siphoning, and those were the 2 that had liquid on them. I know what caused it. So I've got a really old canner. It takes a long time to go down to pressure, and I rushed the process. All the jars are sealed just fine, and the siphoning is not so bad that it's going to be a loss for the jars. This one and this one are the worst for the siphoning. They'll be okay, but that is what caused that. So not letting it go all the way down to 0 pressure. My canner just takes a really long time, and when you've got one of these long canning days, sometimes you're tempted to rush stuff, so I did rush that. But in all honesty, the most aggravating thing about my canner is that it takes forever to come to pressure, and it takes forever to go down to pressure. And when I mean forever, I mean hours. It takes my canner hours to come down all the way. And when I know that you can hear the jars sealing in the canner, they are sealed before they even come out. When typically you pull the jars out and then they start sealing, maybe 1 or 2 sealed when you pull them out of the canner, but mine are already sealed. And so it was my fault that they had siphoning. And if you don't know what siphoning is when the liquid, the food comes up top and the liquid's down at the bottom, you've got some of the liquid leaks out. And so that was my fault, but it is what it is. They're still pretty, so I'm satisfied with them, and we're probably going to eat them quick anyways. I do have my canner coming down here. I've got a pot of chili cooking, but I do have my canner coming down to pressure. We're probably on 3 or 4 hours that it's been coming down, and it's still not ready yet. So anyways, I just wanted to let you all know what happened there. Alright guys, it's evening now, and we've just finished supper. The jars are done. I'll go ahead and pull them out. They turned out beautifully. Some of these is mostly liquid, like that one just has a few apples in it. But that's okay. They look absolutely beautiful. Alright guys, so all that's left is the apple jelly and the the apple juice that is left. I'm going to can it up, but I'm not going to record doing that because we've got a lot of footage here, and y'all have already seen me jar it up. So it's going to look the same coming out of the canner as it did. I forgot to add as well, guys, we got 16 preserves, 11 jellies, I think, and 4 juices. And so we really had a big day for apples. I'm really excited with how they turned out. And so we're going to have to get these into the canner. Or we're going to have to get the jellies into the canner and the juice. But that's a really good day. So I appreciate y'all watching. I appreciate y'all hanging out, and hopefully we can see you on the next one. We'll see you later.
Bye.
Bye.